Hi, and welcome to my channel. For those of you new, my name is Dave and I work in financial services. And these videos are mixing towards financial freedom, financial well-being, financial products so you, like me, can reach your goals sometime in the future. Now let's get into today's video. Now this video is about my individual savings account held in the UK. Now it's not to boast or brag or say look at me, but it's to say, well, if I can build a portfolio of six figures, you can too. So give you some hope and encouragement. So we say, if you take some kind of steps, some kind of action plan. What are the aims of the portfolio? Well, we're looking at annual growth year on year of 10%. For 2024, we're looking at annual dividends of £3,600, so roughly £300 a month, and a year-end portfolio value of £113,000. So how have we done during the month? Well, we started 116,303. We finished at 116,564, so a slight increase of £261. Now, year to date, we're up 17.34% against a quick comparison of the FTSE of 8%. So well above our expectations. But we will have good months, we will have bad months. Let's look at the contribution we've made. So £500 during the month. So tax year to date of £1,799. But we will put regular contributions in each month. Predominantly, shall we say, based upon financial services is what we know about in the UK. Our platform provider charges fees of £15.72, which is a portfolio or a percentage of our portfolio values. That's normally about the same, but as the portfolio grows, so will our fees grow. And where are we invested? Well, we're now 59.85% in UK and Europe, 28% in Americas, and 12% in Asia and emerging markets. Now, one thing that was disappointing during this month is we received no dividends across our holdings or our funds. Now, at the moment, let me say, our funds are giving a yield of 5.87%. Okay, we received dividends of £2,807 against expectations of £2,400, so £400 above where we expected. We'll have good months, we'll have bad months, and a lot of the banks give results recently. They will pay a very nice dividends during the month of September, so we'll be well on track moving forwards. Now let's look at what the holdings hold. So first of all, let's deal with our shares. At the moment, we own 10 shares, 8 in profit, 2 in loss. Total share collective value is 55,239, makes up 47% of our portfolio, of which 40% in the FTSE 100 and 7% is in the FTSE 250. Now they're all long-term shares. We've got no reason to sell them. They were done for specific objectives. Some to give us growth, some to give us some nice cash dividend returns. Let's have a look at the shares within the portfolio. Well, our largest holding is Lloyds Banking Group. 19,807 shares, 11.5 grand, 10% of our portfolio. The banks have had a good run recently. The share price was up at 60p. It has reduced slightly because of what's happening, shall we say, with Americas or interest rates going down, but it does pay a nice yield and it will pay a very nice dividend during later in September. We own L&G, 4628 shares, £10,000. We did put £1,000 this month as a top up, makes up 9% of our portfolio. But L&G safe secure, what we call a boring stock. Everyone needs insurance, whether it's corporate or business or through pensions, but it does give a nice yield of around about 9%. We also own Aviva, another insurance company. 1,854 shares, £9,400, 8%, and again, very nice results during the month. Interim dividend of 11.9p, which will be paid during September, but again, just like L&G, a yield of around about 9%. Now, with the banks, we own Card Factory, the retailer, 3,917 shares, nearly £5,000, 4% of our portfolio, very cash rich. Dividends being reinstated, but it is expanding on the high street and it is paying a dividend. Who knows, dividends will be increased and may well be special dividends will be reinstated. But it is in profit, it is expanding. Back on the banking sector, we own Barclays. 1,631 shares, £3,800, 3% of our portfolio, but again, just like Lloyds, very good results. dividends increased, and it will pay a nice dividend during September. Away from UK banks, we own HSBC, a global bank. 530 shares, £3,500, 3% of our portfolio, and again, it will pay a good dividend during September. And one thing that's different with that company is it does pay quarterly dividends, shall we say, and it did pay a special dividend earlier this year. We own NatWest, 992 shares, £3,500, 3% of our portfolio. Now, there was a plan to sell them off. Obviously, Labour government's come in. It's been put on hold. But at the moment, the government now owns less than 20%. But who knows what will happen in future. There was going to be some kind of sell-off campaign team. It's been put on the back burner. But again, a nice dividend will be paid during the month of September. On to some smaller companies. We own AJ Bell, a platform provider. 731 shares. Is a growth company. Assets under improvement. Customers improving. So we say a small dividend. But it makes up under 3% of our portfolio. But what we see as a growth stock. We own Sainsbury's, the retailer. 911 shares. £2,700. 2% of our portfolio. But again, does pay a nice yield around about 5%. Everyone needs food. Everyone needs to eat. Has been on some kind of restructuring program. And then finally, our smallest holding is Phoenix, the pension provider. 443 shares, £2,500, 2%. We put £2,000 in. It's now been increased, but it does pay a very nice yield of around about 9 to 10%. But it is something we know about. They have been buying other companies, and they are cash rich. They are on a restructuring plan. And everyone needs, shall we say, a workplace pension within the UK, but it does hold some big household names under the umbrella. So a collection of shares, shall we say, some in profit, some in loss, but we will be getting some very nice dividends in the coming months as a results. We just switch off, does what it says in the tin, but it meets our objectives. Remember, they're my own personal opinions. If you like the videos, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Now let's look at what sort of funds we hold within the portfolio. At the moment, we own 9 funds, 5 in profit, 4 in loss. Makes up 53% of our portfolio. Collective value of £61,322, and we have been topping our funds up recently. Our largest fund is a passive basis fund owned by our platform provider. Covers the market, so it just switch off, very low fees, gives a nice annual return around about 8-9% each year. £23,316 makes up nearly 20% of our portfolio. We own an LNG technology fund, £13,500, 11.5%, but it was done, so we say, to give us exposure to the big players in America, because we were solely UK based, but very low fees, does pay small dividends, owns a collection of quality big name companies. One fund we have been increasing recently is a Fidelity World Index fund. Owns around about 3,500 stocks, £10,500, 9% of our portfolio, but a yield, shall we say, of 1.5%, but very low fees of 0.12%. Just switch off, covers, shall we say, numerous markets, but it was done for diversification. And we will increase that fund in future. Now, some funds that have struggled is a Fidelity China fund, £2,100, but thankfully 2% of our portfolio. We own 2 emerging market funds, one £1,800, 1.5%, and £1,200, 1%. Will they ever get back in profit? But when they do, we're going to put them funds into our Fidelity World Index or our Legal General Fund just to simplify it, because we'll pay reduced fees. But they've got to obviously recover. We're not going to sell at a loss. And then our smallest fund is a Russia fund. We put £500 in, quite selective, went up to £600 plus. Russia-Ukraine conflict came since. It struggled around about 250, but it has struggled during this month. But thankfully, it makes up 0.19% of our portfolio. But we're not prepared to sell at a loss. But thankfully, it makes up a very tiny percentage. Who knows what will happen with that fund in future years. Now, 2 funds we've bought recently over the past few months. We've put some money to ring fence from our existing holders for a specific purpose. We've put £3,000 in S&P 500 fund. It's now worth 3.2, but it makes up 2.7% of our portfolio. And we put £5,000 in an FTSE All World Share Index fund. It's now worth 5.4, but it makes up 4.5%. But we put that for a specific purpose. We didn't want to add it to our existing investments. It may well be changed in future, but it was done for a reason. So let's just say a collection of 9 funds. Some good. China emerging markets struggled, but they're all given profit. But at the moment, they might own paid dividends. And just to say, we're up 18% for the year to date. Okay, we'll have good years, we'll have bad years, but it just goes to show. If I can build a portfolio of 6 figures, so can you. If you invest regularly, you invest in a tax-free wrapper, so all dividends are tax-free. There's no need for self-assessments. You're not going to get taxed by the government, but all your gains are capital tax-free also. Okay, but think long term. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Remember, if you like the videos, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you again on the next video.